In this demonstration, you'll learn how to display DimCount information in the dive window by adding a DimCount column to your data. Let's say you're a wine and beverage distributor and your salespeople are organized into 3 teams, Team Alpha, Team Delta, and Team Omega. In the dive window now on our screen, we can see that each team name is a value in the dimension Sales Team, and we can dive on any of the team names for more information about that team. So if you wanted to find out how many salespeople were in Team Alpha, you could double-click Team Alpha in the dive window and then look at the DimCount for the salesperson dimension in the console. The DimCount for salesperson is now 27, showing us that there are 27 people on Team Alpha. To find out how many people are on the remaining teams, you could continue double-clicking the names of the teams and checking the console to see the updated salesperson DimCounts. This process works fine if you only need occasional reminders of how many people are on each team. If you want that information to be available all the time, however, without having to double-click the team names, you can add a DimCount column to the dive window. To begin adding a DimCount column to our dive window, we'll double-click the blank column header next to Revenue. The Add Column dialog box appears on the screen. At the top of the dialog box is a place to enter a name for our column, so we'll enter the name Salespeople here. Next, we'll go to the Dimension Counts area and select the Salesperson dimension. ProDiver enters the text DimCount Salesperson in the definition box to show you what type of data will be displayed in the new column. To finish creating our column, we'll click OK. ProDiver displays a new column labeled Salespeople to the right of the Revenue column. This column shows us that Team Alpha includes 27 people, Team Delta 25, and Team Omega 24. In addition, the Totals row shows us that the total number of salespeople on all 3 teams is 76. Now let's add a DimCount column to show the number of suppliers with which each team does business. We'll add the column next to our new Salespeople column. ProDiver enters the text DimCount Supplier in the definition box to show you what type of data will be displayed in the column. Now we'll finish creating our column by clicking OK. To the right of the Salespeople column is our new Suppliers column. We can see that Teams Alpha and Delta each have 85 suppliers and Team Omega has 87. Let's look at the totals figure for suppliers. The total shown here is 92. Which is not the sum of 85, 85, and 87. What does the number represent then? It represents the total number of unique entries for supplier in the data. Many suppliers work with more than one team, so the DimCount for each team is accurate, but the Totals row displays the actual count of the suppliers and not the summation of the numbers in the Suppliers column. One thing to note, you can begin adding a DimCount column to the dive window by selecting Data, Edit Columns, and then clicking Add. So that's how you add a DimCount column to the dive window. You double-click a blank column header, enter a name for the new column, select the name of the dimension that has the DimCounts you want to display, and click OK.